by the year let's go 2050. All right, that's in 30 years. 2050.
We'll still be around, right?
30, yeah.
In theory,
yeah.
Jayar's still gonna be doing his radio program.
Yeah. I'm trying to find my exit
that
ramp
face
now.
app that was like huge for 2 days, and then
So
everyone
picture
figured out that it was like stealing your identity. So then it left. That's what we're actually going to look like.
Yes.
at
So
that point.
picture that person.
Okay. Did you do it, by the way? Did you do the face app?
I was in the Dominican when all that happened. That's how fast that thing came up and went away. I came back after a week in the Dominican, and I was like, what is all this old people? And then it was gone.
So while you were serving the poor,
yes,
the technology,
people were playing with apps. Anyway, by that time, who in the history of Christian music will have sold the most albums by that date?
this is another cemetery question. Or cemetery?
I thought that you were going to ask, this really deep, what's your legacy going to be like, and all this other stuff. And then you come up with who sold the most units.
Sales. Who will have sold the most albums in the faith-based format by 2050?
No one's going to be talking about sales. No one's already talking about sales.
Well, there's a sales equivalent. It's already changed to where they've figured out a new metric for streaming.
How many space dollars will... who will be the all-time legend by 2050? Is it somebody we don't know in that 30-year gap between now and then?
Man, I think you're just going to always go back to the originals. You're always going to go back to the Keith Greens.
Yeah.
And
DC Talk will have some good numbers by then.
Finally.
So. There's something about beginnings that everyone always appreciates. The other thing I think too is I think we're already seeing this shift of, you got Snoop Dogg putting out gospel records, and this shift of, I think we're actually having a little bit of a spiritual awakening where there's this larger conversation of people writing spiritual music. And I hope, I can't say with authority on this, but I hope in 2050 that spiritual and Christian music is kind of what Luke was talking about, where it will kind of come full circle, and that it will be something to aspire to, and it will be really spirit-led, and people will look at that. And if we can be a part of that conversation in any small way, I think we will have done our little job in our corner of the universe of propping up the next generation of the 2050s.
I knew you guys were going to be in that conversation. It was just, I knew you weren't going to go mention yourself. Technically, based on the pie charts in our meetings, we
came by on record of saying we will be long gone. We're not. I think we're not. I don't know.
And we'll just be the guys that JR says, "Hey, you remember 30 years ago there was this band?" He'll probably say, "Remember 30 years ago when I was down in Florida."
Except now your sister is going to be the one that comes together. She'll be like,
speaking of full circle,
she'll be like Vinyl. She comes back around and she's on top of the charts. Oh, great.